Hey there, how there, ho there, it's Cutter. How are you guys doing? And got my Rangers shirt on, eating a blueberry Pop-Tart. Of course, blue for the Rangers. It is June 25th, 2014, 10:24 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, and as I promised Jim in the chat room yesterday, I would be doing a webcam video in lieu of calling in to the show. I know there were a lot of people who wanted to call in for the 5-year anniversary show, and you got to give seniority to these people, even though most of them haven't been around for 4 years like I have. Now, I started listening to the show, I think it was June 2nd, 2010, and Eddie actually welcomed me to the Brotherhood. The reason why I joined BSU in the first place is because when I was doing some clip work, trying to get sports clips, and found John Davidson, JD's Lone Ranger mask. Of course, it was Eddie. Eddie did a video on him, and then through exhaustive searches, I learned that he was on this show called, I guess it's BlueShirtBanner.com. Well, it was that Blue Shirt Banner to start with, and basically, I think within a week, I decided to tune in, and there were a lot of people there that I liked. There were a few Canadians, but the lack of Canadians in the chat room is bad. I mean, Josh is good. Peter Bear, and Mike in London, Mike Stevenson. We're pretty much the only 4 Canadians that tune into the show or admit we're Canadian. Anyway, I'm from Kitchener, of course. I am in Kitchener right now. So Kitchener Rangers used to be a minor league affiliate of the New York Rangers. Just to let you know, that's why I'm a Rangers fan second and a Leaf fan first. Now, I have had some great calls/memories on the show. Unfortunately, Blog Talk Radio doesn't have shills between June or July 2010 shills, and that was when I first called in on June the 9th. And I remember Jim and Eddie being gracious to me and talking about the Leafs and all that, and how the Leafs and Rangers were suffering and all that. Anyway, I have 6 important clips for you, audio clips. The first one was when Derek Boogaard died on Friday the 13th of May 2011, and that foreshadowed one of the worst years for hockey deaths in history, because Rick Rippon took his own life a couple months later. Wade Belak took his own life, and then, of course, the locomotive crash. In September. And I remember I was doing a show for Sports Catastrophe the next day, I think, or the day of it. And basically, that's what happened. So I'm going to play you the clip. It won't be too long, I hope. So let's see here. Right, here we go.
Cutter, you're alive on the air. Welcome to the No Name Show.
Well, you guys should change it. Change No Name to something, because it's a major event now, I guess.
The Ring Ding Social Hour. It's a major event. So, do you believe this story yet, or you're still waiting to confirm it north of the border, of our border?
Well, first of all, yes, TSN has just confirmed it like 20 minutes ago of all that, and secondly, I apologize to everyone for not believing it. Being Friday the 13th, I thought it was just a prank.
Well, I thought so too. And then when Jim said it was real, then I believed it, because I know Jim wouldn't lie to me.
So can I read a little bit from the TSN story?
Sure, read. Go ahead.
Okay, this is what they say on their site. Okay, it says, New York Rangers forward, Derek Boogaard has died. Minneapolis Star Tribune's Michael Russo first reported the news on Twitter Friday night, saying the 28-year-old was found dead in his apartment by his family. Boogaard began his career with Minnesota and played in 255 career games, and then he joined the Rangers on July 1st of last year, appearing in only 22 games. But throughout his career, Boogaard sought to make a difference in the community he played it and charitable endeavors. He was a supporter of Defending the Blue Line Foundation, a nonprofit charitable foundation whose mission is to ensure that children of military members can have every opportunity to participate in hockey. So he did a lot for the military. I did not know that. Did you guys know that?
Yes.
No. Well, I didn't know that before you said it, Jim, before. Yes, that's, it's a very admirable trait. And now I'm starting to feel it, and it's starting to sink in a little bit.
Oh, yeah, it has sunk in a lot for me. I mean, thinking of you guys, Blue Shirt Banner, it was announced on the air, kind of like John Lennon. Remember that?
Yeah, it is. It's true. In the Ranger lexicon.
Okay, so the next clip was in December of 2011. A little background on this. They just on the show that I'm gonna play for you. They were talking about realignment, and of course the realignment that happened in 2013. Well, they were thinking about 2012-13 but we had the lockout at that time. So basically what happened was that they were talking about these divisions. I know it's a lot different now than it was proposed at first. I think the divisions were the same, but I'm not too sure. What happened on the show was that I decided to call in and talk about the realignment with Mandar, the guy who beat me in the sports trivia competition. I think I have posted that YouTube link of me losing to Mandar on the air, Blue Shirt Underground Radio, which was should have been a ratings grab for me to get my butt handed to me by Mandar. We never had a rematch, and he never seems to be on the show anymore, so I don't know why he can't have a rematch. I know I don't care being number 2, but when Mandar's in the show, I can be number 2, although I'm technically number 1. I don't really gloat about it, do I? Anyway, so, and also, oddly enough, 3 days before that, on the Sunday, I had gotten really sick and all that, and I don't know how I managed to make through an 8-hour shift at Sellers. Well, it was Sellers before it became Target last year. So my voice is really off. It sounds more adult in this version, but anyway, I'm going to just play for you a few clips.
There was any chance that your Leafs may lose during that game?
Yes, because when you came back from 3-0 to make it 3-2, remember you got the 6-on-4.
Oh yeah, Leafs Rangers played the Monday before this show, so.
What's going on with your voice? It's
sorry,
different.
I've had some throat problems the past few days.
Throat problems, such as what?
Like I've had a sore throat for a couple days.
Oh, all right.
Huh. Well, get well soon.
We're almost out of time.
I know we're almost out of time.
I didn't realize
I just wanted to get Mandar's thoughts on the realignment.
When it's time to change, you've got to rearrange. I'm sorry, but
Mandar, your thoughts on the realignment?
You go to a balanced schedule and then you play a ton of games in your division. It's gonna get annoying after a few years, just like it used to be when you played the playoffs in your own division. You're playing the same teams year after year. I understand why they did it for the travel schedules. You get the top 4 in each. I mean, you made it so simplistic, but you really didn't. The playoff scheme the way it is now. At least you had it with the top 8 in each conference, with the first 6 teams getting.
They changed it to top 3 from each division with 2 wild cards.
There'll be a 5th place team that'll have more points than another team in another division that came in 4th or 3rd, and everybody's going to get pissed off because they should be in it because they were better than somebody else, but blah, 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 blah. I mean, it's, again, they decided for geographic reasons. I don't mind the Rangers seeing we've always seen these teams. It's nothing new fans. We've been in the same division with these teams before. There's no change to it. I don't think it really matters. What I hate the fact though is that if you're not in your division, you're only seeing that team twice a year. So I mean, as much as we hate to go to Montreal and play, it's a great atmosphere. So we'll have one Ranger game in Montreal, one Ranger game at home against them.
Well, Mandar points out that, of course, it was the late 80s, early 90s that it happened. I mean, the Leafs were in the crappiest division at that time. I mean, every team in the North stunk at one time or another. I mean, you got Minnesota, St. Louis, Toronto, Detroit, and Chicago. I mean, every one of those teams had a lean stretch, and yet they still made the playoffs.
Yep. You're right.
Yeah, you're right. You're right there.
And what's going to happen, and I thought about this too, what's going to happen is that you're going to eliminate Cinderella things from happening. Now in the last few years, you had a bunch of 8 seeds or 7 seeds being able at least to knock off somebody in the first round. Not going to really probably have that in your divisional playoff round because you're going to go through your closest rivals who you've already played 6 times during the year, and you're going to have to go through 2 of them to basically win your conference or division to get into the next round. I don't know. They were talking about reseeding when the 4 finalists are, so you have the possibility of playing a team, in the conference next to you in the finals. I don't know, but
Well, Mandar, it's like the Cinderella format in the division playoffs did happen. I mean, you got to remember, 91, the North Stars beat the top 2 teams in the NHL that year, and they beat the run.
You're listening to the Cutter and Mandar Show on Blog Talk Radio.
Shut up, Jim.
well,
Okay, so the third clip I'm playing for you is the infamous one that I keep talking about in the chat room. In 2011, during the season preview show, I believe Geico made a bad pick of the Rangers not winning, not doing well in 2011-12. And I was on the show. I called in because at the time, I had a show on Blog Talk called Sports Catastrophe. It was pretty good for the first few, and then all of a sudden nobody showed up for the live chat or even the podcast, as far as I know. I still have the shows on my account because basically I haven't changed my account since my Blog Talk account since trying to do the show years ago. So I remember I didn't talk about this on my clip, but I said Los Angeles was going to be a big Cinderella, and who knows, they may make the finals. And guess what? I was right. I didn't say they would win the cup, but anyway. So of course I got chastised for my picks. Maybe I'll play you the clip of that. But anyway, here's how I was introduced. October 2011.
I think it's Cutter. Cutter, right? Hello?
Hello?
Cutter.
Okay.
Go
Do
on,
our
Jeff.
min yummy yummy.
Huh?
Do our min yummy yummy cupcake. Do our min yummy yummy cupcake. Nula. Nula Skiten.
Why did I say that?
In case you don't know what that is, it's yummy yummy cupcake in Swedish.
Oh.
Why did I do that?
You've been
You guys open up in Sweden.
That's true. Where did you learn that?
I'm not telling you my method.
Google Translate.
I Google.
Brother.
They always try
I hear
to
you, I
throw
hear
me
you.
off.
Yeah.
Usually I do.
Well, it
All
looks
right.
like Jim wants to wrap up the show.
Well, in a few minutes, but hold on. Before, Cutter, you did your NHL preview show last night. Is that correct, or is it tonight?
Tomorrow.
Oh, it's tomorrow night. Sorry.
Yeah, it's tomorrow night.
Why don't you give us a little
Because
sneak
you guys-
preview? Are you making?
I was trying to say it because your show was tonight. I didn't want to
Are
cut
you?
in.
Are you now? Don't answer this. Just yes or no. Are you making on your show tomorrow night? Are you making a Stanley Cup Finals prediction?
Yes.
All right. Would you care to divulge it here? Just yes or no. Or do you have to save it, or are you saving it for the catastrophe?
I'm not gonna.
East to West tomorrow, Cutter.
That's
Any
right.
answer?
You picked the best 4 teams in hockey. You just said that's the finals. Where is the? You need an outlandish prediction. You need something that's out of the box.
Well,
You
How about
couldn't
this?
watch
Wait
what I
a
say
minute,
next.
Wait, hold on. I got to cut in here because Howie just reminded me of this. Why do they sing the Banana Split song after goals in Europe? Isn't that the Banana Split song? Oi, 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 oi. Isn't that the Banana Splits?
Why banana? Because it's fun.
Must be
It's a
some
fun
kind of
song.
Must be some kind of culture thing. I have no clue.
Cutter, they're comparing you to Stan Fischler in the chat room with these predictions.
That got my motor running. Watch.
Would you care to make any other bold predictions, like Ovechkin wins the Hart, or you know, maybe Tim Thomas with the Vezina, or Lundqvist with the Vezina? Any other bold predictions?
How about
Sun
Lundqvist
don't
with a...
beat the West tomorrow, Cutter?
Yes, I have a bold
What?
prediction.
Is this what you do?
My bold prediction: Rangers win division.
Whoa!
Thanks for the Falcons.
So, I like that.
Now, now, hold on a minute there, Jeff. Are you saying that because you're on the show with us right now?
No.
Are you saying that because you want to suck up to us and the millions
No.
of fans around the world who listen to this show? Or do you genuinely believe that the New York Rangers are going to win the Atlantic Division, the Patrick Division? You honestly believe they are going to win the Patrick Division?
Yes, because Philly's got shit goaltending and Pittsburgh's got shit players like shit Crosby.
Whoa!
All right. So this next clip was actually what Jim did on St. Patrick's Day 2012, called the St. Patrick's Day Drunkfest, in which he was drunk, and after a Rangers game against Colorado, he had the show, and it was about after midnight Eastern Standard Time when I called in, and I think we were talking a few Ranger stuff, and then all of a sudden Jim decides to give me some baseball talk because he was ran out of hockey. He gave me the benefit of a doubt. So we discussed things like 1985, and I'll play you the clip. Here we go.
Why would the Cardinals worry you?
I just hate them. Because the Cardinals, as a Met fan, the Cardinals have broken my heart several times.
Oh, okay.
1985, I was 15 years old and I was staying up every night. The Mets had this series against the Cardinals, the end of the season in 1985, at Old Busch Stadium. Staying up every night until midnight to watch these games. The first night, Strawberry hits a home run off the clock at Old Busch Stadium. I should really be impressing you here with my memory, by the way. And then I think the second game, Van Slyke beat them with a home run. And that series was a 3-game series, and it really meant the NL East at the time. And the Mets wound up losing, and the Cardinals won the division and went to the World Series and lost to the Royals.
Right. Well, funny you mentioned 1985.
And then in 06, the Cardinals, again, because Carlos Beltran chose not to take the bat off his shoulders on a 3-2 pitch with the bases loaded from Adam Wainwright. Thank you very much, Carlos. We love you.
Well, Yanni Molina killed you in Game 7. And I think that was the guy who hit that.
Thanks again, Aaron Hall.
What did you say? Sorry.
I said thanks again, Aaron Heilman.
Aaron Heilman. Oh, I didn't know that.
Aaron Heilman, the relief pitcher that then gave up the home run.
Yeah. I know what you mean.
Okay.
But as I was about to say, Jim, like you mentioned 1985 and all that. I mean, in the history of the Blue Jays, you remember? I don't know if you remembered, but Toronto was so close to the World Series that year.
Yep, I do remember that.
I mean, I don't know why baseball extended the division series, or no, the LCS, beg pardon, to a best of 7 that particular year.
Yes.
Yeah.
Awkward.
You know,
I think I remember that.
Yeah, because it was that particular season. I mean, if they had anything, if everything was back to normal the year before, I mean, the Blue Jays would have been to the World Series and probably would have given St. Louis a run for their money.
Right. No, you're right. You're absolutely right.
Okay, so this is the 5th clip, and it was when the Rangers fired Torts at we're looking for a new head coach. And I had a perceived notion about Rangers coaches being from a background, the same background as Alan Vigneault. Of course, this was last year, and of course, I learned my lesson. So here we go.
Well, I'm pretty much I'm pretty much anti-Vigneault for one good reason.
Uh-oh.
Why?
Because, and I don't mean to sound a little prejudiced, but New York doesn't really do well with French-Canadian coaches.
It's true.
Oh, that's not true.
Brother.
That's not true.
Trying
Jason
Yeah,
Kidd's
it's
French-Canadian. He's just fine. Tom Coughlin's French-Canadian.
Brother.
Willis Reed was a French-Canadian. They all
Trying
did
to
just fine.
foil me.
No.
No. Why the second time?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Paul.
I know. But, I mean, when you got a history of Sean G. Talbot, Michel Bergeron, and Phil Watson, and yes, he was from Montreal, by the way.
Yeah, we know.
Then there's trouble. That's good.
Herm Edwards was French-Canadian. He coached the Jets to the playoffs.
Herm Edwards was French-Canadian?
Good.
I don't think possible. I mean, you had me there for a second.
I'll try to only name black guys that were coaches.
Well, it's true. James Patrick did tell us that Michel Bergeron, they couldn't even understand what he was saying in the line changes. They couldn't make out the names. So maybe French-Canadians are or whatever. Sean G. Talbot, let's not even count him for now.
Okay, and the sixth and final clip was from last night's 5-year anniversary show. And a lot of truths were told. Like, they tried to get Wayne Gretzky. They didn't play a lot of interviews back. Like Chris Nyland. When they had Chris Nyland, and then Jim and Eddie had a guessing game in the chat room of who it was, and it said that he played only for three original 6 teams, and he played for the first original 6 team he played for. He went back to finish his career, and I don't know how, but I got Chris Nyland because I know he played for Montreal, Boston, and the Rangers. Well, he was former Ranger, obviously. And I'm like, wait a minute, he came back to Montreal to finish his career. And then Eddie said on the show that he was surprised that the Canadian, aka myself, got the answer right. Of course, that's my hockey encyclopedia knowledge. Well, I'm a sports guy too, as is. So yesterday's show, I typed in the chat room, "What's your honest opinion of me?" And well, they gave an honest answer. I'll just play the clip. Here we go.
What's your honest assessment of Cutter? Hey, Cutter, you're all right. You know, Jim doesn't like you, but I like you.
That's not true. I like him just fine.
Yeah, right.
I think Cutter... See, your problem, Cutter, is you don't get the jokes a lot of times, and you think it's serious, and then you go
that's
crazy.
my autism,
and then you
guys.
Also,
Yummy, just kick. Fuck that.
Fuck that.
Fuck that shit.
That's it. That's your highest moment. You made that song.
Yes.
Your thing is, you always want to come off like you're the tough guy, you're the heel. And we all know you're just a nice guy. Stop trying to be tough. Like Geico, you're going down and all that stuff. Just be yourself. What is this, turn into Dr. Phil?
Yeah, really.
Well, they gave an honest opinion, but the way that I'm tough is that, I have a high-pitched voice. I look like a guy. I am 29 years old. I don't look 29, but anyway, I know the age demographic. I'm trying to fit in with those guys. Try to be myself, and several times I hear, dismissed. I have a habit of calling in and then rambling or forgetting what I'm trying to say. I do have problems with stuff up here, down orally. Don't make a joke about this. Oh, anyway, that's my assessment of Blue Shirt Underground. Damn, I wish I had the clip of my first ever call on the show. But anyway, hope you like this video call, as I call it. And I know that Jim's going to play the famous "Shut Up, Cutter" thing that he has said several times. But that's okay. You know what? I can take it. I'm different. 4 years has matured me in a way of knowing that those people like say, fuck you, Cutter, and all that crap. And, you know, when I get the right opportunity, I shove it right in their faces. So anyway, it's Jeff Diamond signing off on June 25th, 2014. Greetings all, it's Jeff Cutter Diamond, and this is BSU Extra! Yes, well, I am doing this video on July the 1st, 2014, of course, Canada Day and Free Agent Day. New York Rangers signing Dan Boyle to a 2-year contract, $4.5 million a year. I say 4.5 is a little hefty for him. I say 4 would be fine enough. Don't want to overpay him. And at age 38, you know, it might not. And they got Tanner Glass, and I kept trying to get everyone to realize what I posted in the Facebook group. I posted the video. Posted the thing saying, Tanner, put them on the glass, put them on the glass. Now what happened is that's a Sir Mix-a-Lot song, and how I knew about that song was because I remember watching the episode of Simpsons when Marge and the kids go down to Florida to try to cheer Homer up because Homer was taking life quizzes and it caused his life expectancy to go downhill. Like they went to Florida. Well, and then it ended up being spring break, and this girl put her tatas on Marge's side of the car on the windows, and Marge says, "Take them off the glass. Take them off the glass." Instead of put them on the glass, put them on the glass, put them on the glass. And I saw the video for put them on the glass, and let me tell you, it was ugly. Ooh, I might have nightmares. Thankfully, I'm the age of majority. So anyway, I was going to call in and talk about Tanner Glass and the fact that Rock was comparing him to other enforcers with long-term deals. But Tanner Glass, in my opinion, is not really an enforcer. I mean, he didn't even have 100 penalty minutes in 73 games. I say if he was an enforcer, he would have had triple-digit penalty minutes. But anyway, so, yeah, and I was going to talk about Dan Boyle and all that and said, well, what's New York's next move? I mean, got rid of Dorsett for nothing. And were a few New York deals, but of course, and they talked about the draft, but I'm like, well, they have to do the developmental draft. I mean, they can't replace Cam Talbot or Henrik Lindqvist. Well, they might have to replace Lindqvist soon. But anyway, the BSU Extra was going to be for you guys to learn the actual saying. Now, I have the famous clip, "You are my yummy, yummy cupcake, yummy, yummy cupcake, fuck that shit." So, basically, I decided to try to play it, not with music, because it would be hard, to do it in different languages, and I want to try some languages. Let's start with English. Well, English is, "You're my yummy, yummy cupcake, yummy, yummy cupcake, fuck that shit." Okay, now, I'm picking 10 languages or something. Well, I'm going to pick the languages I can actually see the written words. Japanese and Chinese don't count because, you know, I don't know the characters. Anyway, so here's French. Vous êtes un petit gâteau yummy yummy. Petit gâteau yummy yummy. Basez. Basez cette mudra. Okay. Spanish. 1, 2, 3. 2 letters, mi delicia macadilla. Delicio Magdalia. Que carajo. Que carajo esa mirada. Okay. Let's see here. Bengali, Bulgarian, Chinese. How about Dutch? You bent me liquor cupcake. Liquor cupcake. Fuck that. Fuck don't. Let's see, another language. Let's go Finnish. Here we go. Finland. Sinne olet minman nami a cupcake. Namia Namia Cupcake. Vitu eta Pasca. Okay, German. Du bist mein lecker Kuchen. Lecker Kuchen. Ficken das. Wie dein Schäbel. Let's see, another language. Irish. Okay, here's Irish. Tato mo cupcake yummy. Cupcake yummy. Fuck go. Go caca fuck. I can't believe it said that. Okay, Italiano. Tuesday eat meal. Benios in my cupcake go Tuesday ma. Benios in my big day sikiska. Chicago murder. Of course, Japanese is different. Oh, I see. If I did it in Chinese and Japanese, it gives me the translation otherwise. Okay, let's go simplify Chinese. Okay. Here we go. Nishi Wudi. Howchi, there you go. Howchi the Dango. Tamade Gushi. Japanese. 1, 2, 3. Anata wa watashi no oshi. Oshi kapukuri. Oh, I grouped that up. 1, 2, 3. Anata wa watashi no oshi kapukei. Oshi kabukeki sono seiku. Koso fuku. Let's see, Mongolian, Norwegian, here we go. Du min yummy cupcake, cool sun, fuck that shit. I can't believe it said that. Okay, Norway, Polish. Just moin pisy siasko, pisin siasko, pibrashik, situgun. Yano Kuwa. Russian. Here we go. Thai boy Fukushini cakes. Fukushini cakes. Yabat ito dornamo. Here we go. Spanish, Swedish. Oh, Swedish. Dora min smasky muffin. Smasky muffin. Nula skiten. Let's see here. Thai, Vietnamese, Welsh. Okay, here's Welsh. Rightage yin fai cupcake blessus. Cupcake blessus. Fujojo bud. Fuck e katsu. I want to do another one. Oh, I know. Maybe I'll do Hebrew in our Marcy Braverman. Here we go. Damn it, they don't give me the translated words underneath, so I don't know. How about Yiddish? Oh, here we go. Yiddish. It'll give me a English translation. Here we go. Yerbist min yummy gag crapple. I can't do it. I can't pronounce yummy that word. One more time. What's my clock at? 8 minutes. Okay. A few more. Igbo. IGBO. Here we go. I boom yummy cupcake. Yummy cupcake. Na. Maori. Koi toko cupcake yummy cupcake. Fucky shit. Punjabi. Tuhano mera yummy cupcake hana. Yummy cupcake. Joki fuk. Hai kai shit fuck. Punjabi. Ukrainian. Thai meal smashy cakes. Smashy cakes. Ibachko. Ibacheleno. Let's see here. One more. Let's see. How about Azerbaijani? Here we go. Sedmenjen yummy yummy cupcake far. Yummy yummy cupcake. Ki adir mak. Ook adi mak. So that's yummy yummy cupcake in, I forget how many languages I put down. 15? I'll have to make a count of them. But anyway, thanks for watching BSU Extra. See you next time, I hope.